I'm Chris Tyson, the CEO of Tyson Properties. My story began in 2015 with Tyson Properties, but my real estate career started much before that, when I was much younger, when I used to go and show houses with my mother and sit in the car and wait for her to take out clients. So it's been a really long journey, but with Tyson Properties since 2015, approaching our 20th year next year. So when I finished school, I took a gap year before studying, and I worked as a barman in a hotel, which mainly served students in Grahamstown Rhodes University. I'm currently the CEO of Tyson Properties. I think my why is naturally my family. So in the personal space, my family is my why, and it's a big why. And then I also have a Tyson Properties family, starting the business and being actively involved in the business for almost 20 years. It almost is part of my family as well. So I know each and every person individually, and for me it's a big why to get up in the morning and go to work and actually experience a very different environment. It's not just a job for me, it's something so much more. I think it's more a collection of different things. So after 20 years in owning your own business, you have some very high highs and you have some very low lows. The low ones we tend to remember a lot more than the high ones, but there's a couple of ones. Winning some very prestigious international awards, acknowledgement from my peers with regard to the business that we have created, the type of business that we have created as well, which is all based on values and ethics. So the company continues to make me proud. Someone once told me how you conduct yourself today will depend on how you act in business and how your business will grow in years to come. So I've always been very mindful to behave in a certain way, to make sure that whatever I do is done with the best of my ability, with a strong personal belief that always do the right thing. Well, I think the two biggest challenges in my career was firstly 2007 with the financial crunch and COVID. Both of those were very much financial situations where you're looking at wondering how on earth are you going to actually go from today till tomorrow. But I've always believed that if you put your head down and focus on what you're doing and you concentrate and make sure that you always do the right thing, you will get through them. So those were probably the two most difficult things I've had to deal with in business. Sometimes keeping them motivated is not as easy. So, even especially in recent years with interest rates going up after COVID, etc., the market isn't quite where it used to be. And just when we think it's getting better, it slumps back down again. But, I think we've now reached a point where we've had the elections, we've had a number of things behind us that we'll start seeing interest rates go down. There'll be upticks in the marketplace around the country. So we're looking forward to a more motivated environment to work in. But yeah, it's a continuous thing that you have to try and motivate people. Sure, it's a very difficult question. So I think it's, once again, it's a lot of things around you. But I think my family inspires me the most. They are my main why, and they create the inspiration. They're proud of who I am and what I've done with my career. Yeah, so especially my son, when he makes comments and, "Dad, I saw a YouTube advert for the Tyson Properties, or I saw one of your boards on the side of the road," it makes me very proud, and it's very inspiring for me. Well, I think KZN is an interesting space to watch over the next 5 years. I think it's going to continue to do very well. It's had some very big major setbacks like riots, storms, weather, infrastructure, etc., etc. But I just look at what's happening in KZN with the infrastructure that is now being put in place, the right people being put in place to actually make sure that the service deliveries are put back where they should be. I think is a very, very positive thing. That together with interest rates, it's going to be a strong market for the next couple of years. So we're looking forward to that in Durban. We are continuously trying to look at our business in Durban and to make sure that we grow in the right direction. And yeah, I think it's a positive space. Well, my motto is very much, as I mentioned earlier, always conduct yourself in a certain way. Will determine how your business continues to grow. So that's pretty the motto that I live by.